What is with the pandemic of people telling women to smile? You know what makes me smile? A funny joke.
What is one game that no one should challenge you at? Whether it's a sport or a board game or a video game?
This happened the other day, throwing things and catching them in my mouth. My friend was like trying to do it and was like, can you do it? And I was like, oh. And it was awesome.
Puppies. Money.
Get your money up, not your funny up.
You know what doesn't make me smile? Some weird old man yelling at me from across the street to smile like a freaky frog, you freak! There's this expectation, specifically in Western culture, for women to smile all the time. 24/7, like a freaking drive-thru. This ain't McDonald's, bitch! It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, or what you're doing. You better smile. I'm about to read you some quotes that were shared with the author of the article, Why It's High Time We Stop Telling Women to Smile. And they're a perfect example of how ridiculous the standard is. An ex-boyfriend once told me his father had said to him, I really like Gemma, but she looks like such a bitch when she doesn't smile. This was 21 years ago and I've never forgotten it. What the hell? That is a father. That is a grown man. Why would you say that? And you know what? I bet that she was smiling most of the time that she was around this strange man, and the second that her smile dropped, he was like, oh my god, oh, it's a witch. Why is there a neutral / upset expression on her face? I don't know what to do. Like, that's such a strange thing to say about another person, let alone your son's girlfriend. Huh? I was told to smile by the sales assistant who sold me the black dress for my mother's funeral. Can you imagine being expected to perform happiness on one of the worst days of your life? Oh my god. It's the weirdest thing because it's as if these people put this expectation on women to smile all the time, no matter how the woman is feeling, in order to make them feel comfortable. Like, oh my god, I cannot handle like a negative emotion on a woman. That's not supposed to happen. Like, imagine if one of these people was a witness to a crime or something. Help me. Are you okay? Wow. What? You're giving like very unapproachable right now. What are you talking about? Call an ambulance. It's just, you're frowning? Why do you look so sad? Can you just call 911? Turn that frown upside down. I can see my bone. And I hear you. It's just your face is making me very uncomfortable right now. How do you think I feel? See, but you'd scientifically feel better if you were smiling. No, I think I'm gonna go actually. I just don't feel safe with your negative vibe. Wait, come back. Smile, girl. You look prettier that way. There is research that supports the idea that women and girls tend to smile more or laugh in uncomfortable situations as compared to men and boys, as a way to both self-soothe and also to comfort the other people in the situation. And this has gotten me in trouble because I remember I was having some sort of disagreement with a friend and I was smiling because I was trying to calm them down and de-escalate the situation, but she got more mad at me because she thought I was smiling because I wasn't taking the situation seriously. But it's like, no girl, I'm actually so stressed out and nervous. Oh my god. It's so weird because while women are conditioned to smile more in Western culture, this can backfire because, you know, sometimes it's not actually representative of our actual feelings. So this experimental psychologist at Yale University, Marianne LaFrance, pointed out in a Wired interview how kids learn early on, girls faster than boys, that it is good to fake a smile in some circumstances. For example, when you're working your job and one of your coworkers goes out of their way to prevent you from doing your job to tell you to smile. I was literally at work, standing across the room from one of my coworkers, mind you, not even thinking about him, not looking at him, and he just feels the calling of the spirit within himself to call from across the room to be like, Jade, why aren't you smiling? And just keep in mind, this coworker had already pissed me off, you know, past my limit at this point in me knowing this person. And so I was like, are you gonna give me $20? He was like, what? I was like, you want me to smile? Are you gonna give me $20? He was like, no, you should smile for free. I was like, for you? For you? I'm not gonna smile for you. And he was like, no, you should smile for us. And I was like, dude, stop telling women to smile. It's weird. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you to smile because you were frowning. Oh my God, I'm not allowed to frown on my face? What? My last day at working that job, another coworker, I was literally just zoning out, and we made eye contact, regrettably, and he was like, Jade, why do you look so sad? Smile. And I almost crashed out. I was like, because what? Also, I wasn't frowning in either of these situations. If I was, I'm allowed to, but I wasn't. I had a neutral expression on, and it's so weird that they would see neutrality and automatically associate it with negativity. Also, it's so strange to me that if you see someone and you think that they're sad, your first response isn't, hey, you look a little upset. Are you okay? It's, hey, you look a little upset. That makes me uncomfortable, so you should smile. Yeah, smile. And like, God forbid I was upset. If I would have frowned, I'm a frown. It's so strange to me how these guys would want me to smile all the time, even if it wasn't natural or genuine. Like, that's weird. Especially because I'm a smiley person. I smile a lot. You just happen to catch me on the off chance that I wasn't smiling. Why do I have to perform a happiness or a smile for you 24/7? I can have emotions. I got so mad one time because I was just walking down the street and this old man was trying to get my attention, and I smiled at him, but then I clocked that he was trying to tell me to smile, and I got so mad because he got me. He got me. It's like when your roommate or your mom tells you to wash the dishes when you were literally about to wash the dishes. Like, it makes you not want to wash the dishes anymore because why are you telling me to? I was going to do it. I was going to. Except this pisses me off so much more. So much more. Hypothetical scenarios where you, being woman presenting, would be expected to smile. Running out of a burning building. Smile, ho. Delivering CPR. Why you not smiling, ho? Ending a galactic war between alien races. I think you get the point. Literally, when Captain Marvel came out with its 2018 trailer, there were internet trolls that were coming after the actor Brie Larson for not smiling enough. Because, yeah, that's a sensible response to a high-stress situation. Someone on Twitter edited a screen capture of Brie Larson with the caption, I fixed Captain Marvel. Like, dude, imagine being a director and you give your actor the note, you just received the worst news of your life. And then you see this bullshit. Imagine if superheroes were just smiling all the time when the worst things imaginable happen. It would feel something like this. My purse!
I'm gonna get ya.
Whoa, dude, what the hell?
Prepare yourself for a beatdown.
Yo, why are you smiling like that?
I'm gonna get ya so hard.
Is this like a kink for you? Yo, someone get their guy. And you guessed it. No one is complaining about male superheroes needing to smile more because that doesn't make sense. And at the time, Brie Larson posted a bunch of edited pictures of popular male superheroes to her story, smiling, to show like how ironic all of that was. Because look at this. This is scary. I'm scared. Get this man out of here. That is not a good man, Savannah. Even athletes can't catch a break. There's an interview with Serena Williams right after one of her tennis matches where one of the reporters asks her why she's not smiling.
Normally you smile when you win, you come here, you laugh. What happens tonight? Is it just because you beat Venus or because you're thinking about what is going next? What's wrong?
It's 11:30. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't want to be here. I just want to be in bed right now and I have to wake up early to practice and I don't want to answer any of these questions, and you guys keep asking me the same questions, so you're not making it super enjoyable. But.
Okay, can we...
If I was expected to smile right after a tennis match, like a high intensity performance or a match, I would be delirious. And the ironic thing is, she does end up smiling probably because of the absurdity of the reporter's question. And that's one of the things that I don't understand the most. People will smile naturally if you give them a reason to. Why are you telling women to smile when they are obviously uncomfortable or exhausted or in pain? Is it because you actually don't care about their real feelings? Don't answer that. There's another popular video with Simone Biles after her Dancing with the Stars performance where the host asks her why she's not smiling at judges' compliments.
I was waiting for you to smile at some of the compliments. You didn't.
Smiling doesn't win you gold medals.
Okay.
Like, sir, God blessed you with a mouth. Why are you using it for nonsense? And it's not just the fact that it's incredibly annoying and belittling to be told to smile all the time. Because I know people will be like, oh, stop, like it's not that serious, stop being so sensitive. Like, it's also just dangerous. Because when you smile, that makes you seem more approachable. So it makes sense why some strangers feel entitled to tell women to smile, because that will make the woman more approachable so that they can approach them. The phrase is called stranger danger, not stranger approachable, for a reason. This woman, Tatyana, started an art series where she creates portraits based off of the real life experiences that women have from catcalling. And one of the women that she interviewed talked about the double standards of the compliments that she receives from these men, and how some of the men will get offended or aggressive if she doesn't reciprocate.
It's an everyday thing, not just daily, it's all through the day. Anywhere that I happen to be walking. And there's a range, there's a range from, what they think is nice, which is like, hey, beautiful or something. But they'll still get mad if you don't respond. They're like, well, you're welcome, bitch, or something, because, you're supposed to be so grateful that, they cared. It's like, I didn't really ask you. I don't really need to give you the time. But then if I pay attention to all of you, I'm a whore. So, what am I supposed to do here?
And it's so weird because with people like this, it's never just a compliment and it's never just a smile. They are expecting something more. That being said, when someone just compliments you or, flirts with you or smiles at you without expecting anything more, that's great. And if you're someone that does that, you're probably making someone's day. But it's really hard to know whether or not someone has ulterior motives, and a lot of people, and especially women, have been placed in really uncomfortable and potentially dangerous situations because of that. Another woman that Tatyana interviewed talked about how she went so far as to give herself a curfew because of these potential ulterior motives.
I've given myself a curfew because I feel like there are times I can't even walk down quiet streets. Or I feel like even the quieter the street, the more dangerous that it is, because of the level of harassment that you receive, and just the I guess the entitlement people feel like, if they're complimenting you in the way that they feel is complimentary, they feel like you owe them something, and I don't know to what extent someone will go as far as what they think that I owe.
And it sucks, and it's really unfortunate because sometimes a compliment or a smile can feel great, but it's really hard to know if someone has good or bad intentions. And for some people, a smile can be interpreted as an invitation when it was never intended to be. And sometimes, if a woman is seen as flirting, it's just her having a normal conversation or just being friendly. Another thing that the psychologist Marianne LaFrance said in her Wired interview was that women are more likely to tell the difference between a felt and a fake smile, and that when a woman smiles, men tend to see it as flirtatiousness, even when it has nothing to do with flirtatiousness. I have personally been in situations where men have flirted with me or even touched me when I have given no indication that I wanted that, and continue to do so even after I discouraged it. And the most that I might have given them was a smile. A simple, non-flirtatious smile. I've even had trained security guards, and let's sit with that. Security guards. Guards of security. People that are there to make me feel safer. Come up to me and my friend, and they were flirting with us even after we told them that we had boyfriends. And then they were like, do you have boyfriends? Really? Well, what are their names? As if we were lying. Is it not enough that we're obviously not interested? What? It's this ridiculous double standard of damned if you do, damned if you don't. And there's a reason that the type of people that tell women to smile more don't say that to men. And I wonder why. Most of the time, I like when people smile at me, and I like to smile. But if someone is going to smile, I'd want it to be genuine. So smile if you want to. Don't smile if you don't want to. And stop telling women and people in general to smile. If you want someone to smile, give them money. You know what? Give them a job. We're in a recession, damn it. Focus.